Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so I'm just going to be going into a few prophetic updates in this lesson, which I'm going to start off with this right here on Twitter. All right, the elder brother, Yahweh Call, he had put this in the chat, and this is his Twitter handle as well, by the way. If y'all want to follow the brother on Twitter, he retweets and reposts a lot of good information. But this is an update concerning the mark of the beast, which is the chip, according to Revelation, the 13th chapter. And they're definitely pushing this. And the reason why they're pushing this so heavy is because it's about to come to pass. Right? Esau, the elites of Esau is about to make everybody by submission, of course, to get this chip. Why is that? So that they can have control over the people, which to a certain extent, they're going to get a lot of people. But then again, Esau is not going to be able to fulfill it all according to all the prophecies. All right, because if Esau gets to fulfill it 100%, that means that him being God on earth is true, which is false, right? Esau is going to get his foot in the door, but he won't be able to fulfill all of it. Pursuant to the book of Psalms, this is Psalms 21, and I'm starting verse 8. It says, "Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Yahweh shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them." Ultimately, that's talking about World War III, the nuclear fire, which that's what I'm going to be going into as well. Verse 10, "Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men." It says, "For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform." And let's go into the word for perform. And that mischievous device, that's dealing with the chip. All right, well, on the blue letter don't have, for some reason, for that word for perform, a definition. So let me go online etymology, perform, and let's look it up. Right, so you go into the word for perform, etymology of the word, it says to carry out, to finish, and to accomplish, or to complete it. So Esau, he won't be able to complete it. He won't be able to complete his New World Order because Yahweh Shai is going to put a stop to it. This is Job, the 20th chapter, and verse 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Heavenly Father shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. You see that? So when Esau, when he thinks that he's about to fully complete his New World Order, the Heavenly Father is going to cast his fury on him. The Heavenly Father is going to send him back, Yahweh Shai, right, to fight against all the nations and to enslave everybody. So Esau, you won't be able to get to complete your New World Order or have control over all the people of the earth. No, that job is for Yahweh Shai. All right, that's what he's going to do. He's going to have control over the people of the earth, not you. Because this devil thinks that he's a god. Right? He thinks that he's God on earth. Right? Just like Antiochus during the time of the Greeks, Antiochus Epiphanes the Fourth. All right, his name literally meant God manifest. So he thought that he was the Heavenly Father manifested on earth. Right? He was real pompous. All right, he was proud. This is Isaiah 14:14. Now this is talking about Esau right here. It says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." Yeah, and that's what Esau think. He think that he would be like the Most High. All right, that's why he tries to do everything the Heavenly Father does. Which again, Esau is going to fail. So let's go ahead and go into this real fast. And Esau is going to mask this over with convenience. All right.
Into your pockets and
see, this is from TikTok, and that's why Esau wants to put a ban on TikTok too. You know, because there's a lot of information on TikTok. But let me go ahead and play it.
I put a microchip in my arm, and it's the best thing ever. This chip is a powerhouse. It's got everything I need. A credit card, my ID, my medical info, and even my keys. And when it's time for groceries, you just tap your wrist and bam! Transaction done. It's like magic. In a medical emergency, it can save my life. Experts can easily identify me and my medical history. I feel like a sci-fi character, and I'm loving it. This amazing chip is totally free. That's right, no more digging into your pockets. And the best part, the surgery is quick. They'll give you a cookie afterwards. I put a microchip in my arm.
They'll give you a cookie afterwards. Hey, you see this? And you're going to have a lot of people that's going to fall for it. They're going to fall for the okie doke. It's Proverbs, because that's how simple-minded these people are, especially over here in the West. You know, they're going to get a lot of people in the West, you know, a lot of women. They're going to get duped, you know, because, you know, women, they don't really have, the women are weak, you know, and then you're going to have these effeminate as men. They're also going to fall for it as well. The only people that's really going to rebel against it, other than the Lord's elect, are like the patriotic Edomites. Other than that, man, everybody is gonna get down with it, and there's going to be a penalty for it. But this is Proverbs 14:15. It says, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going." See, that's what the simple, they believe everything. Everything that Esau puts out, they believe it. They don't look well to their going. All right, they don't consider, will this end up well? They just say, oh man, I ain't got to worry about carrying around my keys, you know, my wallet, I be losing it. All of that is just on one device and it's in my hand. I ain't got to worry about losing it. I'm in. That's how simple-minded these people are. And there's a judgment written for it. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, which that mark that's going into the chip. All right, which when you go into the Greek word for mark is the Greek word charagma, and then you go into the etymology of the word for charagma is the Greek word charax, which means a steak or a pail. Now, it's not dealing with a ribeye steak that you get from the store. Our steak means to show ownership of. And that's the whole point. Like I said in the beginning, Esau wants to own everybody. But us, Yahweh Dazah, like the brother Shumgar likes to say, that are of the household of faith, we belong to the Most High. So again, it says, verse 10, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascend up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see that? So there's a harsh judgment for that. For anybody who conforms to the image of the beast and also receive his mark, because that correlates with each other. All right, which the image is dealing with the philosophy of the so-called white man, which goes back to the ancient Roman Empire. And to show that you're down with that, you're going to have to get that branding, that digital all. And that's what's coming. And the reason why that's being pushed out so fast is because of this. Right? World War III. U.S. Now, this is from Fox News, which, you know, Tucker Carlson, he used to be on this show. Right? Him and Fox News departed ways. I believe it was this week. Feels like it was last week because how everything's just moving so swiftly. But I believe it was this past week. Yeah, I believe it was like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. But U.S. billionaire raises red flag. We're on the brink of war with China. And that's why these things are happening. That's why the chip is being pushed so much. You know, the Fed now, digital currency. That's because this thing is coming, right? Like it says in 2nd Ezra, I believe is the 4th chapter. It talks about how, you know, by measure, you know, the Heavenly Father measure of the times. It is 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, I believe verse 29. No, not that one. Let me see. Yep, 2nd Ezra 4 and verse 37. It says, by measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measures be fulfilled. That's right. And the Heavenly Father is fulfilling these said measures, right? Which the measures are dealing with what? These prophecies, right? So let me go ahead and play this real fast.
Director Christopher Wray, meanwhile, is warning once again about China and the cyber threat that exists around the Communist Party. The House Appropriations Committee hearing yesterday played out this way. Watch.
The scale of the Chinese cyber threat is unparalleled. They've got a bigger hacking program than every other major nation combined and have stolen more of our personal and corporate data than all other nations, big or small, combined. If each one of the FBI's cyber agents and intel analysts focused exclusively on the China threat, on nothing but China, Chinese hackers would still outnumber FBI cyber personnel by at least 50 to 1.
So what's Joe Biden doing about it? Meanwhile, there's this. Bridgewater Associates founder Ray Dalio, who, of course, has been an incredible supporter of China for years. He wrote this in a LinkedIn memo. The United States and China are on the brink of war and are beyond the ability to talk, according to Ray Dalio. Join me right.
Yep, see that? And are beyond the ability to talk. That's because we're not in a time of seeking for peace, or we are in a time of war. So in Ecclesiastes 3, so verse 1, it says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down to verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And that's what time they're in. That's because the Heavenly Father, he's a man of war. It's Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. It says Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. That's right. To the Heavenly Father, he is a man of war. So that's why all these things are happening. Because the Heavenly Father has determined in his mind to destroy Babylon. Because of all the wickedness that's going on in the earth. I mean, you just take a look, right, man? I favor a whole lot of wickedness, that goes on here in this place. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. This happened in Germany. They said Germany, but basically, a young boy is forcefully removed from his family by child protection services and police. The school were informed that he was being taught that homosexuality and trans was not acceptable in Islam. You see that? Which we already know the Lord is not dealing with Islam, but that's not the point. The point is they want to force this bullshit ass agenda. They want to, that's what Esau wants to do. And if you're teaching your children, like it says in Sirach, the 31st chapter, he that teacheth his son grieveth on the enemy. Right? They get mad at that. So this place has to go. Right? See that fewer teens than ever identify as heterosexual, meaning what? That everybody's a damn homo. See what I'm saying? So this place gotta go. This place has to go. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 40 says, as the Heavenly Father overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, which the neighbor cities were Admah, Zeboim, and Zoar, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Verse 41, behold, the people shall come from the north, which was that? Russia, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Yeah, many kings, because it's just not going to be Russia, China, or it's other nations as well. Pakistan, Iran, and dig this. Breaking 19 countries want to join the BRICS coalition. See? So many kings are being raised up against America. Everybody wants to nuke America. North Korea almost had 1 million people voluntarily join the military just so they can fight against America. See? So everything is working out according to biblical prophecy. All right, so Yahweh Tazah, you brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time, Shalom.